Hello everybody, I was going to do you a nice video outside today because it's a lovely day, and give you a little sample of my yoga on my decking, which a lot of you were able to come to last summer, which was fantastic. So just give you a little glimpse of what we can be doing again soon. And got lots of space, lots of fresh air. It's so lovely outside, you know. So we're going to just see how this one goes. There's going to be a little bit of emphasis on core stability as well. So great for your abdominals and helps, of course, your back. So lovely for toning up. All right. So hope everybody's well, and a little bit different this one. Drinking some water to keep hydrated. Okay, so I'm going to go back onto the mat now and we'll get started. Okay. So again, we're just going to open the hips out a little. Just bouncing the knees open. Make sure the spine is nice and straight. And then we're going to open the legs out. And we're just going to settle into a sort of wide-angled forward stretch, forward bend, but we're just going to ease forward very gently. So you can put your hands on your waist and just move out a little bit. Keep the shoulders back. Just to gently release the lower back to start with, yeah? Keep your feet flexed, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And then just mobilize the shoulders again. That's freeing up the neck. Stretching up, breathing in, breathing out to the heart. And then breathe in as you straighten up, and then just take a little twist, breathing out, breathing in, and then a little twist, breathing out, breathing in. And then raise the arm up and over and up and over. Arms are wide, a little twist, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and again nice and wide, chest open, breathe out, breathe in, drop those shoulders a little more. Really good for the core, this, yeah? Wide. And then lower. So there. We're just going to ease forward again, just a couple more times. You might be able to come a bit further forward. Just keep the fingertips behind you on the mat. Just a couple of little bounces, very gently. And then back up again. And then slide the feet in. Move the legs again, mobilize the fingers, toes as always, just give them a nice movement, turning the wrists, just movement in the toes. Just shake up the legs a little bit more as well. Good. Sit up nice and tall, nice and straight. palms of the hands alongside the body, flex the feet, toes point up to the ceiling, drop the shoulders, keep the body nice at right angles there. Okay, so let's just sweep the feet around. So you're on all fours and just sweep around for a minute, just mobilizing through the pelvis, the back, lower back. Remember, breathe in, breathe out, change direction. Find your center, strong core, hands just underneath the shoulders, scoop up the belly, breathe out, drop the chin to the chest, inhale, extend, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Last one. Slide one leg back, opposite arm reaches ahead as you breathe in. Breathe out and change. Check the knees are hip width distance, back of the leg is straight. Just alternating each side of the body. Hold. Check again, the knees are about hip width distance. Look straight ahead, extend the tail back, hold, just hold, drop the shoulders away from the ears, look straight ahead, lengthen through the tailbone. And then we're going to just collapse the elbows here, stay on the knees. And then we're just going to lift this leg up, lower the head, and then lower, and we'll try the other side. Straight back, breathe in, breathe out, and again. Don't worry about keeping the legs straight, just try to get into the back of the hip a little bit. And the back of the thigh. And then straighten up with the hands here. Just take a little press up position, down and up. Try to keep the elbows close to the side of the body and the core strong. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Just do a few. One more. Knees to the width of the mat again, stretch back, stretch out, lower the chest, lower the head. Deep breath in, exhale out slowly, keep pressing the tail right back. come back up onto all fours, step your right knee up to the front of the mat and ease the opposite leg behind, squaring up the hips to the front of the mat. And then just moving side to side. Use the hands to just walk to the left, to the right, just there. Feel a bit of a twist in the body. And as you straighten up to the centre, bend the knee, reach to the back foot. Bring your foot in towards your bottom. And then reach the arm in front. Point the fingers straight ahead. You're going to squeeze into the front of the thigh now. Lower that and lower the leg. You just look over your shoulder. Keep the legs straight this time, as straight as you can. Look over the shoulder, keep looking behind you. And again, and then we scoop this leg round, sweep round a few times again, just drop down the chest, bend the elbows, clockwise direction, and then we change direction. And we're ready to step the other leg forward, straighten the leg behind. In line again with the hip just straight in front there, and then we just drop to the side, centre the side, and again, and then centre it, bend this knee behind and just take the foot in towards the buttock again. Press the foot in towards your bottom, square the hips up to the front, and reach out with this arm. Look straight at the fingertips. As you lower that back foot and arm there, just stretch this back leg straight behind you, look over your shoulder. Keeping the front of the pelvis nice and open with that. And back to the centre. And as you bring this back round, this time step up, jump back into downward facing dog and lift the hips. Once again, spread the toes, lower the crown of the head. So from here you can come into plank position, full plank, and then down to fall in, breathing in to cobra. Exhale up into downward facing dog. Back into plank. Down, breathe in, cobra, or up dog. So I'm just showing you this. Can you do this a few times? So right up on your toes and then down in a straight line to plank first, down and up. Cobra, back up again and repeat, or easier here, then here, and then here. Try again, back up into downward facing dog, easier version this one, down onto the knees, and then down onto the forearms. and again. So either doing the full version into a full plank, down and up to cobra, downward facing dog, breathing out, or the easier version onto the knees and then down into Sphinx. And then rest back into extended child pose, moving the wrists again. You can feel that in your hands and your wrists, your fingers, so just move them there. So if we can come onto the knees and step this foot right out to the side with the toes facing straight ahead, ease your bottom back. Just reach the arms as far forward as you can. I'm just going to look underneath my arm there and press the tailbone right back. And then I just straighten the head, put the hands in. I'm just going to hold the big toes up, elbows straight. And then lower. And then I'm going to swap. Other side, stretch the leg right out to the side, ease your bottom back. Really spread the arms straight ahead, just turn the head up under your arms, you look to the other side. The head, and then hands come back in and just lift the toes, big toes up, pointing them up towards the ceiling. Keep pressing the tailbone back. And then back to all fours. Extend the tail, breathe in, look up, and then exhale, scoop up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And again. Curl the toes under, step or jump back into downward facing dog. Lift the hips again, lower the crown of the head, really feel the shoulders, back of the shoulders there. Then you walk your hands back, bend both knees, hold the hands now behind the ankles or the calves. Inhale, look ahead, exhale, fold in. Inhale, so keep the knees soft, exhale in. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. So that ragdoll effect, so soften the elbows, straighten the knees a little bit, just let the arms drop, the wrists drop away. Bring that. Nice sigh. And then we just bend the knees, roll yourself up, breathing in. As you come up to the top, I'd like you to reach up, breathing in. As you breathe out, bring in the knees together, the feet together here, and just sit in chair. Just sit as low as you feel comfortable with. So we just take one hand to the floor, we turn, put this opposite hand on your lower back, just turning round to look behind you. Just swap. Keep the feet and knees together. It's quite tricky to balance, but try and twist. This hand on your lower back, twist to the other side. And back to center. We're going to separate the feet. Bend the knees. Roll yourself up, breathe in. Stretch up, inhale. Open the fingers, open the palms of the hands, reach up. And then tip to the side, breathing out. Breathe in, center. Breathe out, tip to the other side. Breathe in. Arms come out to the side, press the chest forward. Take a breath to the chest. And then bring the palms together. So you're pointing the fingers straight ahead, elbows straight. Keep your hips square to the front, knees are off lock, and then exhale, we're going to turn, just turn, so you're looking behind you, you know, that lovely view. Breathe in, come back to center, keep the elbows straight, thumbs together, and let's try the other side, breathing out. Okay, just a nice twist behind. Back in again. Palms again to the heart. Lift them up. Open, tip. Inhale and tip. Inhale, palms together. Elbows straight ahead, point the fingers, thumbs together, and we'll do one more. Twist round. Keep your hips focusing straight ahead. Back in again, and then try to keep your hips square to the front as you twist the other way. Looking over your shoulder now. And then slowly bring the hands back in again, and then the palms come to the heart. And then I'd like you just to tap your heels a few times, shake off the arms, just loosen up the legs. Swing the arms forwards and back, breathe in, bend the knees, breathe out, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. All that tension in the body, breathe it out. And then standing, just shaking off the legs for me, bring this foot in. So we're in a balance, in tree pose. Again, if you need to hold something, a wall or a chair, that's fine. Let's try the other side. So again, find either the calf, the ankle, or a little bit higher up the leg. Turn that knee out to the side. Using a chair or wall, something to keep you balanced if you need to. dropping the shoulders, focusing on the standing leg. And release. And then we stretch up. Try and lift up right up on your toes as you breathe in. Balance. Breathe out into chair. Inhale up. Stretch up right up on your toes. Exhale, chair. Inhale up on your toes. Exhale, chair. Again, balance right up on your toes, elbows straight. Exhale, chair. Breathe in. Balance. Breathe out. And out. And release. Shake it off. So we're going to do sun salutation, and I would request that if you want to do a couple of rounds, that's fine. So you need to pause the video to do a few rounds. We just probably do one on the right, one on the left. So if you want to do more, you can do more. Just a gentle reminder how this goes. Inhale up, ease back. Exhale forward. Soft calves, inhale, exhale, and to the floor. Step the right leg back, either here, hold, or here, or here. Down into plank, and bend the knees, and down, breathe in to cobra or sphinx. Exhale, downward dog. And up in the toes, lift the right leg, peel back the hip. Into lunge, look ahead. Stay here. Or here. Or here. Foot in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale up. So hard. Breathe in. Ease back. Other side now. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg goes back to lunge. So you can stay here. Or here, or here. Leg goes back to plank, bend the knees, come down, breathe in, cobra or sphinx. Exhale, downward dog. Toes, just lift the left leg, bend the knee, lunge, stay here, or here, or here. Back it in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale out. So again, you can choose to pause the video and do a couple of rounds. You could do 3 or 4, or just do 1 or 2, whichever you feel comfortable with. Alright, so you can do a few more rounds of sun salutation, and then when you're ready, we'll step out So we're in goddess pose. We're going to drop the bottom, we're going to keep the chest nice and open, palms together. Keep pressing those hip joints forward. Yep. Palms face each other, but arms are quite wide. You can drop down a little bit more now. Hands to the waist. And then as we just tip the body forward, we're going to drop the shoulder down. Look over the other shoulder as you take another breath. And look straight ahead for me. And then drop the shoulder behind you as you breathe out again. Just look straight ahead again. And drop the shoulder. Head and drop. And then back to centre. Now just rest the hands on the floor. Just make sure the legs are a little bit straighter. You can just move side to side, yeah? Just alternate, bend the knees. Just keep moving side to side. The hands on the upper thighs. Again, whichever's easier for you to manage. If you're right down on the mat chair with the hands on the floor, just ease and open those hips a little bit more for me. Lower the crown of the head and then square the body up so that you're facing straight ahead. Extend the arms out as far as you can. Just press the tailbone right back. Keep the toes pointing straight ahead. Keep pressing the tailbone right back a little bit more if you can, so you can really feel the back stretching. Take a deep breath now. Nice deep breath. And then I'm going to just lift the head and walk the hands back in slowly. So I'm going to slide the feet in. Keep the knees soft and then inhale up. And then exhale to the heart. And then what I'm going to ask you to do is stand nice and tall. Drop the shoulders, just press the palms together, fan the elbows out to the side. Deep breath. Deep breath. So as we hold and pause here, keep the spine nice and straight, and you have the mat straight ahead of you. Keep dropping the shoulders, press the palms together, keep drawing in the navel towards the spine for me. And then we're going to reach up with the arms, ease back, breathing in. And then breathe out, come forward again, straighter leg. And then I'm going to ask you to just walk your hands out. Now then, you can either come into a full plank position again, or you can drop the knees. And then I'm going to ask you to turn the body, stack the hips, and raise the arm up towards the sky. Keep lifting the waist a little bit more if you can. Shoulder back down, and let's change. And try the other side. Raise the arm up, don't forget you can bend the knee if it's easier. Just keep the hips stacked. And then you're going to just bring the hand back to plank position again. And then you can bend the knees, slowly come down, fall in, breathe in, scoop up, and then bend the knees, go back to the heels. Have a really good stretch, open the hands and the fingers. Nice deep breath. And then I'm going to ask you to come up, so you're now into a seated position. Just make sure the legs are straight. And again, your spine is upright, shoulders down, flex the feet, toes are pointing upwards, open the toes a little. And then we're going to come in. So this time we're going to work our way down onto the mat. Alternate, just press one knee down, stretch out the opposite limb, yeah? And then change. And then repeat that again. Press and alternate. Try to do this with the chest lifted if you can. So we're really prepping the core now. Really prepping the core. So what we'll do now from here is place the back of the head on the floor. Just keep the feet and knees again about hip width distance. Drop the shoulders away. And then lift the chest, and you can extend the legs out. And then come back. So you don't have to lift the chest. You can keep the head down and just scoop the legs out. Or you can lift the chest and look at the top of your toes. Bend the knees in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So remember now, take your time with these core exercises. And then just hold the knees in again and do that alternating hip stretch. Optional again here with the chest lifted, or with the back of the head on the mat. Again, you choose. Do up to about 10 of those, 5 in each leg. And then relax. And what you might need to do is just make a circle again with the lower back, the pelvis, clockwise direction. And then change direction. That really eases out the lower back. So we're going to take our time with the arms wide, chest open, and we're going to drop the knees as if we're going into a sideline twist to the right, and then centre, and then left. But we don't actually put the knees down. So we're going to try and just do that little twist. Keep your feet and knees together. So you can feel the side of the body and the obliques working. And then make sure the back of the shoulders are down. You can hear the bird song, it's beautiful today. And then as you centre it, just hug the knees in, curl up in a ball as you breathe in, and then breathe out as you lower the head. So you get a little rest, knees bent, feet on the floor. So again, still targeting this core, left elbow inside the right. So eagle arms, left elbow inside the right, turn the wrists. Now lift the feet, you can do this with one leg or two, for hip width distance. Let's take a little crunch, coming up, breathe in and breathe out. Moving the legs slightly away as you lower the head. Crunch and out. And crunch and down. Yeah, so bring the knees in and then press out. You could do it with a slightly straighter leg on that exhale as you come down there. Push the legs out a bit straighter, but don't force it. Again, you're going to do for up to about 10, if possible, on this side. Once you've done 10, rest. Chest nice and open, fingers open, turning the palms up. So now we're going to do the other shoulder eagle arm. So if the left elbow is inside the right, we want to put the right inside the left. Just turn the wrists, fingers together, and then float one leg or two legs there, just above the hip line. I'm going to try that again here. Crunch and extend out. Take your time. Feel that deep into the corner. So we're aiming to do up to 10. Just take your time. Once you've completed about 10, feel that, so you want to open and just take the knees nice and wide so you can drop side to side, and that releases again the lower back, yeah? So again, when there's a lot of tension in that lower back, this is a great release for that. Just take a couple of deep breaths there. Make sure the chest is open, the palms are facing upwards, fingers are nice and open. So then we're going to come back to center, and we're going to bend the knees in again. Arms wide, palms flat this time on the floor, and then just drop. So you're going a little bit further to the side now for the internal obliques, but not putting the knees down just yet, or the feet down just yet. Just dropping side to side, keep the chest nice and open again. Slowly lower the feet and stretch the legs out. Place the palms alongside the body. If you can hear me with all the birds singing. Stretch out the legs. Palms flat on the floor, body's in a straight line, toes pointing up. And then we're going to breathe in, look, and then breathe out. Lift and look at the top of your toes. Draw your belly in. And then lower. Make sure you press the shoulders down, keep the arms close to the side of the body, straight line. Inhale, exhale, lift, look at the top of your toes. And lower. So again, you can do a couple of these, slowly lift, breathe out, look, squeeze, and lower. And again. And lower. And if you want to make it harder, lift the legs. And then lower. So watch your lower backs on that, that's quite strong. If you find your lower back's a bit cranky, stick with the original. Again, you can do up to 10 of those. Easier here. Harder with the legs lifted at the same time as you lift the head. Look at the top of your toes. Just keep looking at the top of your toes. You've had enough and you want to rest. You can bend the knees again. And again, that nice circle. Just relieving the lower back, yeah? Do a few clockwise, keep the feet and knees together, and then we'll change direction. To release the lower back further, bend the knees, soles the feet about hip width distance, palms flat on the floor. Make sure your feet are close to your bottom, shoulder bridge coming up, breathing in. Feel the glutes engage, and then breathing out and lowering. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. That's a really nice release for the lower back. And again, just a few more. Make sure you can feel the back of your buttocks there, yeah, as you lift. You might be able to come up a bit higher. Maybe just do 2 more. Maybe 1 more. So now we just bend the knees and stretch the legs up. And, oh, nice. So you can be holding the backs of the calves or the backs of the knees, or reaching to the big toes. Both legs are straight, both feet are flexed. Back of the head remains on the mat. And this can just separate them and bend the knees, ready for happy baby. Make sure the feet are flexed. Rock from side to side again. Nice and soothing for the lower back. Once again. Just gently right and left again. Just no need to lift the back of the head. Just find your centre and then straighten off those legs again. Make sure the feet are flexed again. You can be holding the backs of the calves, backs of the knees. Feet are flexed, legs are straight, yeah? So now you can remain here or hold the big toes with the feet flexed, that's fine. Again, just find where you are able to manage this particular posture, or bit of space here so we can take the legs further back into half shoulder stand, just supporting the low back. Try to feel a lengthening now in the back of the neck. Just working your way gradually up into full stand. Remain in half stand, just work your way up again the back, just taking the legs a bit further back, overhead. So you could be in full stand or half stand. To be able to move the head very slowly to the right, and then centre, and then slowly to the left. Feet if they're overhead. Maybe getting closer to the floor into plough pose maybe. If you're moving the head, move it slowly. So remember now, use your hands to slowly come out. Try not to roll out. Place one vertebra at a time. And then slowly lower the legs. You might need to bend the knees as you come down. And then just fan the knees out, and we're going to just rock from side to side. And that's really good for the lower back again, the hips, that lovely gentle movement. Keeping the soles of the feet together and just letting the knees open out to the sides without any real effort on that. So we're going to just give the legs a little bit of a rest by just letting them drop out in front and tucking the elbows into the sides. Place the palms underneath your bottom. And we're going to come into fish pose. So we're going to bend the elbows, lift the chest, and then, oh nice, just hit the head back. 3 full breaths for me. Straighten the head and then lower it. Pause in between, just keep the body in a straight line. Should we try that again? Yeah, press the elbows into the mat, lift the chest, breathe in, and here we go. Really lift the heart. 3 breaths. And then lower. Take a deep breath. And the next one, you've got the option of adding the legs. You don't have to, you can do it again without lifting the legs, or lift the chest, and here we go. Tip the head back slowly, lift both legs, take a couple of breaths here. Slowly lower the legs, straighten the body. Bend the knees, release the arms out either side in line with the shoulders, and there's the release again, just dropping the knees right and left, into the back of the pelvis, back of the hips, lower back mobility. So the strength in the core is evident and is important, but the mobility is as important as well. So think of your mobility as you release. So arms come in, bend the knees, take the legs up straight, point the toes to the sky. Keep the core nice and strong and set. Make a little circle. Classic Pilates movement, circle. Now for some of you, you can make the circle bigger. Please don't lift the head though, just keep the head down, so you just focus on the core. If you do about 4 or 5 clockwise for me, then change and do 4 or 5 the opposite way. Focus on your breath again. So the bigger the circle, the more effort in the core. But if it's a little bit too much, make the circle small. Don't forget to change direction. 4 or 5 clockwise. You can slow it down to make it harder. Make sure you change direction. You will feel that. So make it smaller if it's too hard. Yeah, if it's too hard, make the circle very small. Again, when you release it, bend the knees. This time I'm going to press the knees together and down onto the body. So again, there's lots of different ways to release tension in the lower back after you've challenged the core, yeah? So this is just forward and back now. And we're going to do another happy baby as well, because that's going to help as well. Just fan the knees out, feet up, make sure the feet are flexed. Start with soft knees and then just gently rock. Gently side to side. You can straighten the legs out if you feel got a bit more flexibility in the hips and the hamstrings, and that's fine. Just do what you feel is right now for your body today, yeah? So when we come back in and we bend the knees back together, take the arms wide, chest open, drop both knees to the right. You can extend the legs out now into side lying twist. Really enjoy that twist. If it's too much with the legs straight, then just bend the knees, but keep both shoulders down so they're on the mat and they're not lifting. Head looks away from the toes, the opposite direction. You're going to bend the knees back in, breathing in, and then travel them over to the other side. Optional with a straighter leg. If you reach the toes, turn the head to look the opposite way. And the knees in again. Bringing the soles of the feet together and the knees apart again. Look, we're just going to just rock from side to side. Again, look, feels really nice for the lower back, that. Keep the chest nice and open, palms are flat. Just rocking side to side. All these lovely moves to help you release that lower back and strengthen the core, yeah? So we're going to just stretch out the legs, flex the feet, toes point up, stretch the arms back, have a full body stretch as you breathe in. Open the fingers, open the toes. And then we bring the arms forward and bend the knees once again. Gently move on to the side. And just feel as if you're activating that side of the body. This hand can come on the shoulder. Look, we lift up and then we lower. We lift up and then we lower. And this is really good for gentle mobility into the spine as well. Lift and lower. And then lift and reach. And maybe look up to the thumb. So you're going to lift the legs. You can have the legs straight or you can have the hips down, whichever. As long as you're lifting that lower waist up towards the sky. See, and it's different to that. Feels different to that, isn't it? Yeah, that's a collapse and that's a lift. And release. And we're just going to scoot the legs round to the front, to the side. And we do the same. So we lift, just keeping that lift and lower. Lifting the waist out of the mat, stacking the hips up towards the ceiling as you go. Lift and lower. Really lift that lower waist as much as you can from you. Up and down. So you can do it with a straight leg, or as I'm doing with just a bent knee, just to mobilise the spine, just a couple of times. And then if you just take the arm up, lift, so remember now, look up to the thumb, elbow straight, keep lifting that lower waist up as you can. You can have your legs straight, or as mine are like this now. Keep lifting the lower waist a little bit more, please. And remember, that's a lot different to the collapse, which I just showed you, yeah? That's a collapse. You're going to lift the waist a bit more. And then you're going to release it. And then when you're ready, just swing back round, bend the knees. Make sure the feet are about hip width distance. And then we're going to lift your bottom up into a reverse tabletop. There we go. Lift your bottom. Have a really good stretch. Look up. Another deep breath now. Press your big toes into the ground. Press your big toes into the ground. And then we're going to gently, slowly come down. And we're going to just sit up straight. Knees are soft. Yeah. Reach up, breathe in. Palms together as you breathe out. I'd like you to interlock your fingers, stretch out. Lift the arms up. Press the palms straight up to the ceiling. Keep the elbows straight. Lift up through the center of the body. Move those shoulders back a bit more. Lower the arms out to the side, place the hands to the floor, and just gently move forward as you breathe out. Try to keep the soles of the feet together, and then interlock the fingers around the toes, collapse the elbows either side. Exhale, move down towards the feet. Lower the crown of the head, just look towards the floor. As you come up, just take a moment. And back down onto the mats. Open out the chest, open out the front of the body. Deep breath in and out as you relax back into the ground. Just take some slow, deep breaths here. Enjoy the breath. Deep breathing. Focus on that deep breath. You can extend the legs out. Allow your whole body to relax. we're going to move the fingers, we're going to move the toes, we're going to bring the feet together, and we're going to have a good stretch. Press the heels, press the toes, just stretch out fully as you breathe in here. And as you breathe out, bring the arms forward for me, bending the knees slowly. So we're going to gently come around onto the side before making our way slowly back up to a seated position. Sitting comfortably once again with the spine nice and straight. And just concentrating on the breath. Keep the hips nice and open to release the lower back. You're going to really feel that in the core. It's nice and strong. But again, a lovely introduction to practicing outside, which in my opinion is much healthier for you when you practice yoga outside, because you can really connect with your breath, and that's so important right now, that we breathe deeper and slower and enjoy the expanse of the fresh air that we have around us to help us to really connect with nature. So it feels really good. Just taking another deep breath, and in and out, and just feel a sense of relaxation in the whole body. And as you bring your palms together into prayer position once more, I would finally say to everyone today, Namaste. Lovely, really good stretch. Okay, plenty of water after that one. So very well done, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that.